How's it going, everybody? My name is LuckyBunz, and in today's video, I'm going to be going over the best event tips and tricks to help you guys prepare for the YAMPER'S PAW event in Pokémon GO. With that being said, let's go ahead and get started. So first of all, this event is going to be taking place from June 20th to June 22nd, the entire 3 days. Not exactly a super long event, it's going to be a really short one, but it does actually have some pretty cool bonuses. Those bonuses are going to be 2x Catch Stardust along with a boosted shiny rate of 1 out of 128 on the following Pokemon: Snubbull, Furfrou, and Poochyena. During this event, we're also going to get the debut of Yamper, which will evolve into Boltund with 50 candy. It's not going to be good in raids, but it might be good for PvP, still a little bit too early to tell. Regardless of meta relevance though, I actually really like Yamper. I think it's super cute, and it was definitely one of my favorite Pokemon from Generation 8. During this event, we're also going to get access to a free timed research every single day, which is going to be focused on the featured Pokemon of that day. So on the 20th, we're going to have Poochyena, on the 21st, we're going to have Furfrou, and then finally on the 22nd, we're going to have Snubbull. These timed research quests are going to expire each day before midnight, so make sure to claim the rewards right away or you might end up forgetting them. Now additionally, on top of that, there's also going to be a pay timed research available for $1, which is going to give you 4 incense, 6,000 Stardust, and encounters with event-themed Pokemon, which does include Yamper. Now, what's actually kind of crazy is that I don't remember the last time that we actually had an event ticket for just $1, so it's kind of nice to see. Either way, though, the value when it comes down to this paid timed research specifically is going to be worth it, but at the same time, you can also easily skip it as well. All the featured Pokemon are going to be caught in the wild, so let's go over those right now. So from the wild encounters, you're going to get access to Growlithe, Snubbull, Houndour, Poochyena, Electrike, Lillipup, Furfrou, and Fidough. And then from the rare encounters, you're going to get access to Hisuian Growlithe and Yamper. Now additionally, on top of that, we're also going to have some of these Pokemon available in field research quests, although it wasn't specified which ones. During this event, we're also going to have Kyogre available in legendary raids, we're going to have Mega Manectric available in Mega Raids, and then in max battles, we're going to get access to Dynamax Hatena. To be honest, most of the Pokemon I just went over aren't going to be worth paying attention to, but we're going to cover the best ones in just a second here. I do want to quickly mention the Jangmo-o Community that's going to be taking place on Saturday the 21st. I'm still kind of debating if I'm going to make a separate video for Jangmo-o just because I might want to focus on GoFest content instead, and I don't really have enough time to do everything, but if I can get around to this, I'll probably do a more in-depth video for Jangmo-o, but just to give you guys, an update on what's going to be happening over the weekend. On Saturday from 2 to 5 p.m. local time, we're going to get Jangmo-o Community. You're going to get increased encounters like we normally do, a boosted shiny rate of 1 out of 25. We're going to have 3-hour lure modules and incense. The special bonus is going to be 3x catch experience. Should be pretty easy on Jangmo-o. We're also going to get 2x catch candy and the 2x chance to receive extra large candy from catching Pokemon if you're level 31 or higher. We're also going to get 3 special trades in total. That's going to be 1 additional special trade because we do get 2 from the seasonal bonus right now. And every trade that you do is going to cost 50% less Stardust. The trading bonuses specifically are going to last until 10 p.m. So even though everything else is going to end at 5 p.m., you will have a bit more time to get the trades done. Now additionally, you're also going to get 5 free Jangmo-o from snapshots. Basically just take a picture of your buddy Pokemon, back out, and the encounter is going to appear. Rinse and repeat that 4 more times for more encounters. And then finally, the special Comday moveset on the final evolution for Jangmo-o is going to be Clanging Scales. We don't know how good this moveset is going to be just yet, but I imagine the PvPoke is going to have that updated very soon. So once again, I'll most likely go over this in more detail in a separate video, but just in case I can't get around to that video, I did want to remind you guys of this event taking place on Saturday. Alright, next up, let's take a look at the best Pokemon to focus on from the YAMPER'S PAW event though. So first of all, we're going to have Snubbull, which is going to be shiny boosted at 1 out of 128. Not particularly useful for anything. You could argue that Granbull is more of a niche play option in the Open Ultra League, but overall I would say if you're just going to be hunting down this Pokemon, focus on the shiny form. We're going to have Houndour evolving into Houndoom. The only relevance here is going to be the candy for the Mega Evolution if you do want to power it up. Not exactly required. I typically use my Houndoom for the most part when it comes down to candy bonuses, and you don't really need to have it powered up for that. So, I mean, you can farm the candy, but just know it's not, super important during this event. We are going to have Electrike, which is going to evolve into Manectric though, which, same concept, candy for the Mega Evolution. We'll also have Manectric available in Mega Raids, which I mentioned earlier. This is going to be the #1 Electric-type option as an attacker. In terms of a candy farming Pokemon though, I think you do have better options out there like Primal Kyogre and Mega Ampharos, but Mega Manectric is still going to be a great Pokemon to pay attention to. I did power mine up to level 40, so just kind of wanted to mention that as well. Poochyena is going to be shiny boosted as well, like we mentioned earlier, at 1 out of 128, and when you evolve it all the way up into Mighty Enna, it is going to be relevant in the top 200 for the Open Great League. The next Pokemon is going to be Furfrou, which is going to be shiny boosted. If you guys are collectors out there, you ideally want to get all shiny Furfrou in their different trims. That's going to take a long time to do, not only just for the travel requirement, but just for the shiny forms. So yeah, unless you're going to be doing a bunch of trades, you do want to be clicking on every single Furfrou because you're going to need a lot of these shinies to complete the collection. Personally speaking, this is going to be one of my top hunts just because I still haven't gotten even one shiny, guys. I need to get like 9 or 10, right? And I don't even have one. Yeah, I gotta hunt this one during this event for sure. Following that, we're going to have Fido, which evolves into Dashbun. This is going to have relevance in the top 100 for the Open Great League and the top 150 for the Open Ultra League. I would say in terms of PvP, it's probably the best Pokemon you guys can focus on during this event. Next up, we're going to have Yamper, which evolves into Boltund. Once again, we don't really know the meta relevance in terms of PvP just yet, but overall, most of you guys out there should be Pineapple Berrying every single one of these that you guys do see, just because it's going to be a new Pokemon, you want to get it registered in the Pokedex, and that's kind of about it, but also just you want to get candy on this Pokemon because it's a new Pokemon, right? You got to build up the candy supply. In raid battles throughout this event, we're going to have Kyogre, which I mentioned in previous videos. This is going to be a pretty good option to use in the Master League meta right now. Not exactly the greatest option, but overall in the water type meta, really good. It has a shadow variant, so you definitely want to be doing these raids for candy for sure. And it's also good to use against rockets. Unfortunately, during this rotation, Primal Energy is not going to be awarded, so that is kind of a downside. I wouldn't really recommend going too crazy on these raids right now, especially because we do have Zacian and Zamazenta upcoming during GoFest. You might want to save your raid passes for that instead. We talked about Mega Manectric earlier, so I'm not going to go over that Pokemon again, but we do have Dynamax Hatena, which does have a future G-Max form, and this is supposed to be the best Fairy-type G-Max Pokemon in the game. I would definitely be farming candy on this Pokemon for that eventual release because you do want to have the candy required to upgrade the max moves. Otherwise, that pretty much covers all the best Pokemon you guys can focus on. This is going to be a very short event, so honestly, if there's anything that kind of stood out to you, go out and play. Otherwise, it might just be one you want to skip. Don't click off the video just yet, though. I do have a few more tips and tricks I want to go over right now. The first one is going to be the increased friendship experience. I actually did not realize this, but once you make it past tier 1 in the Go Pass, you're going to get the bonus of 1.5 times friendship experience. You can see the XP rates on screen right now, and it's really, really good. For quite some time, I was like, why am I getting more experience on my friendship bonuses? Like, there's definitely not a seasonal bonus. And then I had to ask someone and they told me it was from the Go Pass. I'm like, oh, that's actually really cool. So if you want to make the most out of this experience bonus, and I'm assuming a lot of you guys out there are not level 50, so you definitely should be, make sure that you're opening all of your gifts every single day to increase your friendship. Send gifts as often as possible. And once you're out of gifts, your buddy Pokemon is going to bring you 5 gifts. This usually happens about every 7 to 8 hours. So you can get up to 15 gifts for free without even spending any Pokestops, but you have to send all of your gifts in order to get that additional 5. And once again, this can happen up to 3 times a day. So it's actually pretty good. Again, like the friendship experience is going to stockpile very nicely with a Lucky Egg. One more tip I also want to mention when it comes down to opening gifts is going to be to hit the X button very quickly to skip the animation. This saves so much time when you're opening your daily gifts. I feel like a lot of people get really annoyed with the gift opening system just because they don't know about this one quick trick, and honestly, it makes a massive difference. So if you're not doing that, make sure to be doing that. The next bonus I want to go over is going to be the Daily Adventure Incense being extended from 15 minutes to 30 minutes. This is going to be a seasonal bonus, so not specifically locked to June. But basically, you can get new spawns every 30 seconds if you're going to be walking in a straight line at about brisk pace. This means you can get anywhere from about 50 to 60 chances at a Galarian bird if done correctly, and you can do this every single day. A lot of the Pokemon featured during this event are kind of whatever, but you know, if you're going to be doing the Daily Adventure Incense, you might get some more chances with Yamper. That could be worth doing, and of course the Galarian bird as well. You could extend the duration of your Daily Adventure Incense further by using Roar of Time from a Dialga Origin form, but I wouldn't really recommend it. I feel like a 30-minute Daily Adventure Incense is actually pretty solid. It's gonna get you at least out for a decent walk. Now finally, to end things off for this video, I wanna go over the best Mega Evolution in terms of candy farming bonuses. We have a few options here. The best is going to be Primal Kyogre, which is gonna cover Electrike, Manectric, Yamper, and Kyogre. If you don't have Primal Kyogre, you can actually get Mega Manectric from raid battles right now, which is going to cover Electrike and Yamper along with Manectric itself. That's going to be a pretty good option, I think, for newer players out there. We're also going to have Mega Gyarados, which is going to cover Kyogre, Poochyena, and Houndour. We're going to have Mega Gardevoir, which is going to cover Snubbull, Fidough, and Hatena. And then finally, we're gonna have Mega Audino, which is gonna cover Furfrou, Snubble, and Fidough. Otherwise, that pretty much covers everything you guys need to know to make the most out of this event. This one is a pretty short event, honestly one that you could probably skip if I'm being honest, so don't really feel like you have to play this one if you don't really care that much for it. But I do want to say thank you for anybody who did make it to the end of the video, just because this event isn't that interesting, so I totally understand it's gonna get a lot less attention. That's perfectly fine. I still wanted to make this event tips and tricks video just because, you know, there might be something in here that you might want to hunt. And if not, well, now you know this event isn't going to be that interesting, so you're fully informed. Either way, guys, best of luck out there, and of course, if you do need help managing your Pokemon storage before Pokemon Go Fest in 2 weeks, then check out this video next.